Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Dr. Sapneil Tutoring from Sapneil Tutoring Incorporated. Today we're going to be talking about the digital SAT, ACT, PSAT, and CLT. These are all tests to get into college or university, and specifically here in Florida, you can take any of these exams, and we're going to talk about everything you need to know. So why are college tests important? There's a couple of key points. Tests such as the ACT, SAT, PSAT, and CLT are crucial to get students into their desired colleges and award them with financial aid. Scholarships are based on test scores, vary from college to college, but the most popular one is Florida Bright Futures. Florida Bright Futures can be achieved with an ACT score of a 29, an SAT score of a 1330, or a CLT score of a 95, and this gets you the 100% tuition scholarship. Why are college tests important? Well, number one, use higher ACT and SAT scores to get accepted to more places, have more options, and then earn more academic merit need. The ACT, SAT, and CLT are predictable with preparation. How should I prepare? Set a target score, work towards it through the following. Practice exams, these are predictable. There's many official practice exams that are available, plus official study materials. We also have over 25 to 30 official and unofficial exams in our library of exams. There's tutoring and test prep courses. Everyone learns differently, so maybe getting a professional tutor, getting a customized learning program is really important to help you support and navigate this process. What are the average national scores? ACT is about a 20 out of a 36 composite score. SAT is anywhere between a 1060 to 1120 of a 1600 composite. CLT is between a 67 to 73 of a 120. So kind of what is a good score? Man, it all depends on the student and what schools they're applying to. Why are tests going digital? Improve efficiency, enhance measures to counter cheating, faster score reporting, and more testing availability. What is a digital SAT? Well, the digital SAT is a shorter online version of the SAT, and it's used to determine how ready a student is for college. The subjects tested include reading, writing or language grammar techniques, and mathematics. Overview of the digital SAT. The digital SAT is adaptive, meaning a student will need to basically get half of the first module correct to be routed into the harder second module. A minimum of at least 7 to 8 questions incorrect is the cutoff to get into the harder second module. And then they'll go on to the math section, and the math section also has 2 modules in the same process. A student's maximum score on a section will likely only be in the low 600s if they can't move into the harder second module. The only way to score above the high 600s to get into the harder second module for each section, the math and also the reading and writing. So here in this chart, the overview of the digital SAT, we're talking about the timing of the sections, number of questions. You can see that without extended timing, meaning 50 or 100% extended timing based on your circumstance, you only get 64 minutes, 32 minutes per module. In the reading section, that's covers about 27 questions in each module, total about 54 questions. You get a 10-minute break, and then in the math, you have 2 modules, and those are approximately 70 minutes total, 35 minutes in the first one, 35 minutes in the second module, and about 22 questions per module for a total of 44 questions. So the overview of the digital ACT, starting in April 2025, this is really important. Students will have a more flexible, timely, and fewer question version of the ACT. The science passage, which is one of the sections on the ACT, will also become optional. For now, students can choose to take the current version of the ACT on paper or digitally until the format changes take place next year. Overview of the digital SAT, there's an English section, about 75 questions, 45 minutes, okay? There's a math section, 60 questions in 60 minutes. There's a reading section, 40 questions in 35 minutes, and then there's a science section, 40 questions in 35 minutes. There's an optional writing essay that's about 40 minutes, and many students opt out of it. The overview of the digital PSAT. This is kind of a preliminary SAT. It's usually used for what we call National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. It's much like the SAT and has been adapted from that digital format. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes, but the maximum score is a 1520. Okay. The other thing is that it's used for that, like I said, that National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. It doesn't really apply to applying to colleges. It's just a indicator test. The overview of the digital SAT, same concept. 2 modules in the reading and writing and 2 modules in the math. Depending on how you do on that first module, you'll get the harder second module. Overview of the CLT. The CLT is this new classic learning test and assessment tool for grades 3 to 12, and they have different levels. We're specifically going to focus on the higher level, which is students trying to get that certain score that's required for the Florida Bright Futures, 96 being the 100%. It's a 2-hour comprehensive computer-based test. It includes an option for students to take this test then either at a testing center or at home. The overview of the test is there's a verbal reasoning section, 40 questions, 40 minutes. There's a grammar and writing, 40 questions, 35 minutes. And then there's a quant reasoning that includes algebra, geometry, mathematical reasoning, trigonometry, and pre-calculus. That's 40 questions in 45 minutes. What are some test prep options? Well, you can do private tutoring programs. Here at Sapneil Tutoring, we offer a variety of unlimited as well as packaged hour programs depending on your entry score and your cognitive mapping test in the areas of digital SAT, ACT, PSAT, and CLT. We also have boot camp courses, and those will be offered at some of our specific locations depending on the schools that students are coming out of. Overall, we've been doing this for about 14 years, and my name is Dr. Sapneil Tutoring. We have helped over 10,000 students in test prep, cognitive testing, study skills, academic tutoring. If you'd like to learn more, definitely click the link below, and someone from our team will help you navigate this process. Thank you so much.